Okay, this is my vlog for the start of November. As you can see in good old London town, it's raining as usual, or for the time being it hasn't. Well, it's not raining at the moment, but it has been for the last few days. It's pretty much been like heavy rain everywhere, as usual. So we definitely know that it's winter. So that's been kind of annoying, especially if you haven't got a umbrella, which is unlucky for some. Anyway, what have I been up to? Not very much. As I think I've said in one of my other videos, I wasn't feeling too great. I'm feeling much better, but not 100% perfect. Still feeling a bit queasy here and there, and a little bit drained. So it's been difficult to try to go out and do the things that I want to do, or even play video games. Just feeling a bit run down. I don't know if it's that time of year. I've had to book in for my flu jab, because obviously because you're high risk because I'm diabetic and other things. I've had to book to get my flu jab, and I'm not a big fan of needles. And then I still have to go in for my COVID booster as well. So I need to get that one done as well. So I'm not looking forward to the side effects, especially after the last 3 that I had. So got that to look forward to. I did do a Halloween stream on Twitch, and I really wanted to upload it to YouTube, right? But unfortunately, I kept getting copyright claims, and I think it's to do with Resident Evil 4, which I don't know why. But even though but the people doing it's not Capcom, and I have tried to be in contact with Capcom to find out about what's going on. But then that was months ago, and I've had no reply back as to what's going on. But it's a real pain in the arse, because you don't really get any support off YouTube when these kind of like these fake copyright claimers sit there and come up. Now you can claim it and then hope that within the allocated amount of days that they don't contest it, but you know, some of these people will still do it regardless, even though that it's kind of that it's bogus, totally bogus. So and that's what sometimes it makes it difficult to do some video games, where you want to do a particular video game and you just can't. These days now it's harder, because if you want to do a particular video game and you want to do a playthrough of it, you're just going to get hit by it. And obviously my YouTube channel's not monetized anyway, so you could argue and say, well, that shouldn't be an issue, right? But the thing is, they can still make money off your videos, even though that you don't anyway. So it's a bit stupid. And then it's like, there is this thing that you can do where if you go into the desktop version of YouTube, which you kind of on an iPad, it's kind of very difficult. What you can do is it takes a while for it to do it, but you can get it on YouTube to kind of mute the actual part of the video, and then that takes a while for it to process. So if you're going to do like a long playthrough of a video, and then you have to keep doing that, then it's a bit of a pain. Or if you do have a computer, at least you can edit, which I don't have at the moment, but I hope to in the future, then you can edit it. But it just makes it difficult in trying to play certain games. It's like, for example, I think even if you play the Uncharted game, even the beginning of it where you hear the Uncharted theme, you can get a copyright claim on that. I looked at one of my videos, and then that actually happened. So that's a complete and utter pain. Now, other stuff I've been doing a lot more comic book uploads. Some of them where I talk, some of them where I don't. Somebody did ask if they could see my comic book collection. Now, I did a video on that as well, and what you will see well, I don't know when I can have the energy to do it. What I will do is start going through my comic collection. Maybe I might not go completely in depth, because it's quite a lot of them, but kind of bear in mind that I've got like 40 years worth of comics. Well, 30 to 40 years worth of comics. So that's going to take a while to go through all of them, and they're not obviously going to be in complete order, so they'll be a lot jumbled all over the place. But I will do that, since it's something that I wanted to do, to show off my comic collection, because I don't see a lot of YouTubers actually doing it, whether it's old or new comics. And I will, it's something that I did want to do, and because somebody's actually asked, I will do it. And I've had people in private saying to me, but I should do it as well. So expect to see that over time, but that's going to take a while to get kind of sorted out. Managed to get my Game Pass back. Obviously it's going to run out again by at the end of November. With EA, they give you like a 10-hour trial of FIFA 23, and there's been problems with it where it doesn't validate that you're signed into EA or into Xbox. And at first I thought it was a problem on my end, and then you end up finding out that this has been happening since the end of September. I tried to speak to Xbox, and it took a while in getting in contact with, but then we went through it and I did some certain things, and then I did prior to that try to contact EA support, and then they were a bit slow. Eventually they got back to me and said to me that they know it's a ongoing issue. So God knows how long that's going to be sorted out for, because as I said, it's been going on from what I can see since the end of September. And the funny thing is, when I first downloaded it, I actually managed to get in one game and it actually worked. Now my little initial impression of FIFA 23, for me it just feels like FIFA 23 with the graphics slightly more detailed, and the game feels a little bit more smoother. But I haven't had time to fully assess what the what the big difference is. But to me, there isn't a huge difference between that and FIFA 23. So there are some little things I've seen, but obviously I only managed to get one little playthrough of it. But if I was to sit there and buy the game, or especially if I was to buy the PS5 version, which is and all the Xbox Series X version, which I can buy either one of them. The amount of money that they want is way too much money, so that's why I tend to stick to the previous versions of it. So, and then I'm not a hardcore player of the game anymore. So I've been doing that. I've been doing some Blu-ray videos. You already would have seen the Sonic the Hedgehog, as I've said before. I was saying that the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is on Sky Cinema, which I downloaded for free. I mean, everywhere else I looked to try and find Sonic, I couldn't find it, so I eventually found it cheap secondhand. Did unboxing a version of that. I've got Tomb Raider to unbox, I've actually done the unboxing video. I just have to upload it. There's some other games that I've got which I've done for over months ago, but I haven't uploaded it with them. I got some newish comics that I need to actually upload. And then when it comes to video, obviously you've got the new God of War coming out at the end of the week. Unfortunately I won't be able to play that. I do have God of War for the PS4, but really what I was and obviously you can play that via the PS5 and it kind of updates it, but I really wanted to sit there and play that through a 4K TV, which I'm hoping to get soon. So I really wanted to sit there and play that. So maybe eventually what I might do is play that, and then there's Days Gone, which I haven't played. There's a lot of games where what I really want to do is experience it on a 4K quality, rather than even though there's nothing wrong with playing it on 1080p, but I just want to experience the actual difference in whether or not the frame rate changes when you play it on a 4K TV, especially when you've got the Series X and the PS5. And then but pretty much it's going to be, I'm going to have to decide on what game that I want to play next, because I go through different moods where 1 minute I want to play a platform game, then I want to play a shoot 'em up or a puzzle game or a horror game. So it's a matter of deciding what game I want to play next. I might do Uncharted 2, because I did do Uncharted 1, and then I think I don't know if I streamed it or I did it directly to YouTube, so I might do Uncharted 2. But what I'm gonna have to do is that each time I do the parts, I'm gonna have to cut out the actual intro, because obviously that's where you get the copyright. So maybe I might do that for the time being, because I know my way around that game. So maybe I might do that. And then there's games on Game Pass. There's a game, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Paradise, and it kind of looks like a cross between Doom and Duke Nukem, and that's on Game Pass. But I think it's on, I don't know if it's the full game or a game preview on Game Pass. So I was thinking of doing that, but that's meant to be quite extremely bloody. I know there's music in it, but I don't know. Obviously that'll be alright for Twitch, because Twitch just mutes it. But for YouTube, I don't know what's going to happen there. As I said, with the copyright claim thing, you just don't know what's kind of going to happen with that. But I've got all that already downloaded, and eventually when they fix FIFA 23, I'll maybe put in a game or two on that, and then people can see my average skills in that game. But yeah, that's basically my kind of roundup of what I've been up to. And obviously now it's gearing up to Christmas now, which I'm not looking forward to. Just obviously it's, with the cost of living being expensive, obviously there's a shortage of food. And then I don't know how much of my family will be coming because obviously before it was COVID, and then it's going to be a different Christmas because obviously a few months ago my cousin died, so it's going to be very different. But I'm hoping that my family will come and we'll try to make the most of it. But because especially it's been a very turbulent and difficult year, for me personally, because obviously with my cousin dying, and then obviously with the cost of living, and then all sorts of things going on. But you kind of need something positive. So yeah, all I can say to you, for everybody, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, and I know like life's difficult with the cost of living and energy, with the cost of energy and food, and and people losing their jobs, especially this time of year, or losing loved ones. But no, it's an easy thing to say, but all I can say is try to stay positive. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care, bye for now, and stay safe.